You're all welcome to GFAM Africa Academy free catfish training. Today we are going to be concentrating on how to apply medication on your fish. It is very important you monitor your fish in order to avoid mortality, because I know very well that anyone that is going into business is going for profit's sake, and nobody wants to see his or her fish dying. So that is why it is very important to uh, always check your fish and watch them all the time. At least give them prolific medication, which is medication you give them before sickness. You have to give them medications at least before you discover any form of sickness. These are the things that prevent them from, these are the treatment that prevent them from getting sick. Yes. So there are different methods of applying medications, which we are going to be concentrating solely on 4. And so to start with, we are going to be concentrating on 4, which one of them happens to be number 1. We're going to be concentrating on today is the in-feed method. In-feed method. And in-feed method is also divided into two. In-feed method, we have the spray method and we have the coating method. The coating method is a process whereby you have to mix the feed. You have to mix the feed with the drugs, with the medications, mix them very well. So I think this is one of the most effective means of applying medication, because it is something that will have to go through their mouth. The medication goes through their mouth and it works faster, and it can serve varieties. It can serve a large number of fish. So you just mix the medication with their feed. Then the second one, then the B part. Remember, I told you that in-feed method is divided into 2, which is the coating method and the spray method. So the second one is either you spray it, you mix the medication into something, then spray it on the feed. Then before giving it to them to feed on. Yes, before you give it to them to feed on. Yeah, then that's that for that. That's that for the in-feed method. So for in-feed method, it is very, and I think it's very active and effective. Yes, the next one should be the water medication. In water medication, is either you do it by immersion or dipping. Yes, it's either you do it by immersion or dip. Yes, by dipping or by immersion. So the second one is by batting. Yeah. So by dipping or immersion, let me say for instance, this method is more applicable on maybe if you're using a tarpaulin pond or a concrete pond. Yes, it is. This one covers a very slow, maybe small quantity of fish. Let's say, for instance, you have you've already seen a sick fish. You just take your net and bring them out, then mix the drugs in a small bowl, then dip the fish into the water or into the medication for at least few minutes, let's say a minute or maximum 2 minutes. Then you bring the fish back, so the medication is going to get to the body of the fish and help the fish to get well. Then the second one is by batting. By batting, in this one, let's take for instance the salt batting. When you want to salt bath, you lower the quantity of the water, you lower the water a little, then you add your salt to it, so that it will, remember, you have to lower the water so that it will enable the fish, the medication to go around the body and to go around and touch the fish, and then it will be, then to also that will help it heal quickly, and that makes it more effectively. I hope we're following. So that will make it more effectively. Remember, in this system or in this method, you have to lower the water. Especially, this method is more applicable when you're using something like, let's say, concrete pond or tarpaulin pond. So you lower the water, then apply the medication by the side. Let's say, for instance, if you're using salt, you just apply salt by the side of the pond. Then before you know it, it will circulate and get to touch the fish, and that will help it heal. So I hope we are following. Then the third method is by injection. The injection method. And this method is, for instance, this method is just for a small number of fish. When you have a small number of fish, let's say, for instance, you know that the ones that already have injury, then you can bring them and then mix the drugs and inject them. That's just the injection method. This one is time consuming. Yes, so that's it. I think for us in GFAM Africa, we use more of the in-feed method. Yes, that one is more effective. It is faster. It covers a wide range. Yes, the last one is the topical method. Yeah, this one is the most simplest of it all. In this one, you just need to do is to let's say, for instance, your fish have a blister or an injury on their surface or on the surface of their body. You just pick out the fish, you bring it out, and just apply, let's say, whatever medicine. You just apply the medicine on the surface of that injury. So that is what this one entails. So for injection method, the injection method is quite expensive, and it is used mostly especially for those who do spawning. Maybe you have to inject your fish for those who are into hatching, to help them hatch easily. So that is it. But for us, I think the most preferable one is that of the in-feed method, where you have to either do coating or you do either do coating or the spraying method. Yes, either do coating or the spraying method. So that is that's the one that is very important, very active, and it works on time. It works so fast. It is active and it works so fast because it's something they will have to take into their system, and it works very fast. Yes. So once you start your fish farming, any one of them that will be more easier for you, you can use any one of them. So that's just what it is for the application, for the ways of applying drugs or medications to your fish. Remember, we've talked about the in-feed method, where we had the spray, where we had the coating or the spray. We talked about the water method, where we talked about the bathing or the immersion or dipping. Then we also talked about the injection method, and the last was the topical method. Yes, so these are the methods of applying drugs. Yes, thank you.